This video is sponsored by The Coldest Water. The first dilemma is from Dennis. Hey Jordan, I have a question. When it comes to becoming the best version of yourself or focusing on your purpose, there will be bad days coming. My question for your advice is, how do you deal with bad days? Well, Dennis, you're absolutely right. There are definitely bad days no matter what level you are. Okay, I think that's a very big misconception about self-development is that as you level up, you don't have bad days anymore. And that's why on my channel in particular, I make it a point to show you guys the bad days or even those bad seasons. Okay, sometimes it goes for longer than a day. Sometimes I have bad weeks. Okay, but ultimately what keeps me centered is knowing that it's a part of the process. Okay, as you go along your self-development journey, you start to pick up on patterns. You understand yourself more. And you know that as you deal with those bad days, there are certain actions that you need to take in order to help overcome any adversity that you're feeling, which a lot of it will be internally. Okay, a lot of the adversity that you're going to face on your self-development journey stems from your perception of the things that are happening around you. Okay, maybe you're struggling with women. Maybe you're going through a rough patch financially. Maybe your business isn't going the way that you'd like it to. Maybe you're dealing with an injury or a setback in terms of your fitness or your diet or anything else in between. That's preventing you from being able to attack your self-improvement journey in the way that you'd like to. You have to have those fallback actions in order to keep yourself grounded and centered. For example, meditation. Okay, that's a very important one. That's something that I've integrated into my life, into my day-to-day routine, twice a day minimum. Okay, and if I'm feeling really down, I might meditate even more. Another thing that I like to do is get out into nature. I get out into nature, watch a sunset, get away from my phone. Okay, little things like that. Just having those things that you can do for yourself that don't benefit anyone else except for you to keep yourself centered. And also, I always say this, but you have to love yourself through the bad days. That is where your relationship is built. Okay, your relationship with yourself is enjoyed on the good days, but it's built, it's constructed during the bad days. So understand that life is a constant give and take, and you're gonna have to learn to embrace all parts of that process. Honor the season that you're in. If you're having a bad day or a bad week or a suboptimal season, learn to embrace that. That is where you find peace. And when you find that peace, you're able to surrender to the moment and take the right action that you need to take to get yourself back on track. Now, the next dilemma is from Liam. Hi, Jordan. I have a predicament that I can't wrap my head around. So this girl told me she likes me, and we started talking maybe around a month ago. I think she's high value. Okay, hold on. Before I read on any further, I think it's important to note that you're 15 years old. Now, I've said this in previous videos, but this concept of high and low value doesn't really exist as a teenager. Really, I believe it's an illusion anyways, regardless of age, but especially as a teenager. Okay, she can't be high or low value. You guys aren't even old enough to legally work yet. She can't even go and get a job at McDonald's yet, depending on where you guys live. So this notion of being high value and low value, I need you guys who are under the age of 20 years old, if you're still in high school especially, I need you guys to go ahead and let that go. Don't worry about being high value. Don't worry about finding somebody that's high value. Focus on being you. Focus on finding somebody who supplements you in your life and vice versa. Now, with that being said, let me go ahead and continue reading. Went on a little bit of a rant there, but I think she's high value because she likes to focus on her purpose and education, and she's spiritual too. But now I find this other girl attractive as well, but I don't know her on the same level as the one I'm already talking to. I'm also uncertain if she likes me or not. With that in mind, should I pursue the more attractive girl or the girl I know on a deeper level? I hope that makes sense. Thank you. I think you know the answer to this one. You know what I'm going to tell you. Okay, you know I'm going to tell you to go with the girl that you resonate with on a deeper level, but ultimately it's going to be your decision. Now, you asked us back in January, the chances are you already made your decision. But to anybody who's in that situation, if you're choosing between two girls, one who is more attractive physically and one who is more attractive from an energetic standpoint, you resonate with them, always pick the one that you resonate with. Your ego is going to want to go with the more attractive girl. But I promise you, over time, okay, and we're assuming that you find this girl attractive in the first place. That's why you're talking to her. Okay, you find her attractive from an energetic and a physical standpoint, but the other girl is simply more physically attractive. I understand the temptations from the biological standpoint, especially at 15. Okay, right now you're probably not thinking from the standpoint of building a relationship with this girl for the long term. You're not thinking about marriage and having kids and things like that. But at the same time, you have to love yourself enough to respect your own time. Have respect for yourself, your energy, and your time. And only give these things to people who belong in your space. Okay, to the best of your ability. Of course, you're 15. You can't just control every single aspect of your life, but this is something that you can control. Okay, pick the girl that resonates with you at a deeper level. Now, obviously, like you said, you don't really know the other girl that well either. Okay, and you're not in a relationship with the first girl, so maybe you do owe it to yourself and to her to give her a chance to at least show who she is. But if you feel like she doesn't resonate with you at the deep level that the other girl resonates with you, go with the girl that resonates with you at a deeper level. I'm not saying that you're going to spend the rest of your life with her, but you'll enjoy your time with her a lot more. Looks get boring after a while, okay? Having a girl that looks good, that's going to fade away. Over time, you're going to find somebody who looks better than her. And then you're going to find somebody who looks better than her, and so on and so forth. That's the nature of superficiality, is that you're always going to find somebody who looks better. But when you have somebody whose energy resonates with you, who you enjoy actually spending time with, and whom you can have deep conversations with, you'll enjoy the time spent with her much, much more. Now, the next dilemma is from Marius. I think I said that right. I'm not sure. For the last 4 to 5 years, I've been having trouble being more of myself around most people because I fear I'll be taken advantage of by them and they will hate me. Because of this fear, I developed this mask and put it on around most people to avoid that pain by repressing my emotions, always acting mellow even when I'm not, and having very little to say to people. However, when I feel comfortable, I can in fact have long and deep conversations with people and embrace my emotions without fear. To combat this situation, after watching your videos on toxic positivity and stoicism and how to stop caring what people think, 2 very, very old videos on my channel, by the way, if you know, you know, I've been recording a video about my experience of playing fake until you can make it and its long-term consequences on my life, which I intend to upload to YouTube in the near future. I've chosen to do this as a way to share my true self with others without having to feel as uncomfortable if I were to do it in person. My question to you is, am I taking the right approach to starting to take off my mask, or is there an alternative I should do instead? Well, I mean, given the fact that I've made a whole career out of doing exactly what you just talked about, I think you're on the right track. Okay, that is literally the whole reason why I started YouTube. If you go back and look at the first video, the first real video on my channel, where I was talking about why I dropped out of school, I made that video specifically to avoid having that conversation with people in real life. Anytime somebody asked me why I dropped out of school, I could direct them to that video where I could explain it in the most concise way possible, at least at that time. And YouTube is a very, very beautiful opportunity to do that. If you're somebody who is maybe reclusive, introverted, antisocial, YouTube is a very good space to express yourself. Okay, now understand that when you do that, people are going to have opinions about what you have to say. So you can't get around that. Okay, whether you talk to people in real life about how you feel or you post it on the internet, there's going to be people who agree and disagree with you, and that is just the nature of life. But if you do find YouTube to be something that you really enjoy, if you find expressing yourself, allowing people to get an exclusive look into your internal dialogue, if you find that to be something that you enjoy, YouTube is something that you will absolutely adore. Okay, this becomes a very beautiful process of not only creating content, but expressing yourself and allowing people who resonate with who you truly are to find you, and allowing that to be the basis of your community, of your audience. Okay, and this video right here is proof. You watching this video is proof. You watch me because my message resonates with you at some level. Like I said, I've built a community. I've made a living. I've been able to ditch working a retail job by doing this, by doing exactly what you're talking about. And you're 18 years old. I started when I was 19. Okay, so you have a head start. So I'm not saying that you are going to end up being a YouTuber full time. You may or may not like it, but just know that having that idea right there can take you to amazing places, places beyond your wildest dreams. And I'm living proof of that.